At Innovid, we were looking at pre-roll and say, okay, it's a great format to buy and sell and to scale, but what's the next step for pre-roll? So we came up with iRoll, which is basically an interactive version of a pre-roll. And since we came up with this product about 6 months ago, we were able to scale very fast and see growing demand. So we're optimistic. Since it's a growing medium, you don't want the agencies to do everything from scratch. So the idea is, how do we allow people to use existing assets? So first of all, it's the existing pre-roll. So we take the existing 15 or 30-second spot, and then we give agencies or publishers the tools or provide them the service to take it to the next step and allow and add functionality of interactivity. Because the pre-roll is basically a lean backward, same as video. So it's basically TV advertising on the web. So you're not really leveraging the power and the tools that the web gives you as a brand to communicate with your audience within that specific media plan that you created and paid for. So with iRoll, we give you the tools to create the two-way communication, to engage with your audience and offer them opportunities to explore more about your brands than with just a plain lean backwards 10 million pre-roll impressions.
But who implements it? Is it the agency? Is it the publisher? How do people know how to manage this?
Well, in terms of the process, we are a vendor. We're not a network. We're not buying or selling media. We're providing technology. We've been working on this technology for the last 3.5 years. We're 100% focused on video. And we've built this platform that allows anybody to create the iRoll unit. So we'll work with agencies. So it's either creative agencies create it themselves and run it on our publisher, certified publisher network, or we create it for them as a full service. So they'll give us the pre-roll. We'll create the storyboard for them. We'll take their existing rich media assets, if they have anything, and put everything together. And then we'll run it across, based on their media plan, we'll run it for them on whatever sites they choose on the media plan. We're seeing increases between about 10 to 20% in terms of the CPM, the added value. We also see publishers use this as a differentiator, since at least at this point we don't have about 100%, we have about 80% coverage of the large video publishers. So they use it as a differentiation, where it's just of running your pre-roll. There's no added value. It's just, here's the CPM, we'll run your pre-roll for 5 million impressions. Now they come in and say, we'll do more for you for this pre-roll. We'll add interactivity, we can add additional targeting or additional functionality to your pre-roll. So then they'll charge more, and that's the differentiator. And also they see it as an added value, where they can, from an editorial perspective and their viewers, give them an experience that they can keep them on the site. So instead of having people click away from the site and have a really bad experience, if you're interested to learn more about the brand, let's say it's a car or a movie, you get all that information within the video player. Once you're done, you hit close and you continue to see the video. So we actually see even higher completion rates for people who are engaged than people who are passive. At this point, we've run more than 100 iRoll campaigns in a very short time frame for brands like Kraft, Volvo, Buick, BlackBerry, Xbox from Microsoft, both entertainment. We've done Disney, several repeatable business from Disney for recent movies, ABC for home entertainment, Sony, etc. So we're seeing, the strongest vertical is entertainment, then auto and CPG. From a publisher, these are from the agency and client perspective. From a publisher perspective, we're working with, and when saying we're working with them, we actually integrated the iRoll, what we call the iRoll player extension, that actually integrates into their usually Flash video player. So that's NBC and CBS, MTV, actually all of NBC, all of Viacom, Turner, so that's CNN, NBA, the networks, as you mentioned, Tremor is definitely the leading one, and many other platforms like Freewheel, LiveRail, Brightcove. So in the last 2 years, we were focusing on reach. So it's not just about the product and how great it is and functional, because then advertisers come in and say, okay, where can I run this? So today we can say almost everywhere, and by far we're the #1 vendor in terms of our scale in reach. So you can run it across most of the networks, most of the top video publishers. So and it's growing. I mean, we're seeing demand growing up every day. From a basic perspective, we're like a rich media vendor for video. So it's a CPM model for serving the ads. We're strictly a vendor, so we're not buying, brokering in media. We're not buying or selling or suggesting or recommending. We're not even getting close to that. There's enough players out there for this. So it's going to be purely, it is a technology play. We're focusing on analytics, optimization. So because of the engagement with the audience, we can see what's working, what's not working. So there's value there in the whole analytics. There's also value in the tools we're creating for agencies. So they can create, a toolkit and SDKs that they can create these campaigns themselves and run them. So from a strategic perspective, it's being the dominant leading vendor for the creation, serving, and analytics of interactive video across, PC, mobile, and connected TV. That's kind of the big vision for the company.